psychologist aiming to make your life just a bit more manageable. Remember, the tools and the tidbits that you pick up on this channel are purely educational. They can't replace therapy, but with some practice, they can help you along in your daily life. So let's get started. Today, we will be tackling thoughts. We know you can go visit the thoughts playlist. We've done many videos on how thoughts are king. Thoughts determine everything. Thoughts rule our emotions. Thoughts determine our behavior. So this video, we are going to be taking thoughts and we are sort of going to be simplifying and boiling down everything that I've talked to you about thoughts, and we're going to boil it down to a very quick and manageable way to, in real time, catch those thoughts and actually see if you are handicapping yourself and you're making a situation worse, or if you can say something to yourself that will make it better. We have all been there. We've had something negative happen to us and we've made it way worse just because of the way that we think about it, right? So we can miss a bus to school or to work, and we could think something like, see, here I go again. I always screw up. I knew this was going to be a horrible day. I'm probably going to get in so much trouble when I get to school or when I get to work, or I'm going to walk in and it's going to be the middle of a meeting and that one coworker that already doesn't like me is going to be judging me. Or if we have a fight with a friend, right? We could think something like, here I go again, just fighting with everybody, and people are judging me. They're not even letting me say my side. They don't even care that they hurt me. They're only thinking about themselves. Now, all of these thoughts about already bad situations, we could both agree, are unhelpful thoughts. Thoughts are happening all the time, but if we keep choosing the unhelpful thought, our mind's always going to go to that unhelpful place. What do I mean unhelpful? Well, a situation is crappy, and the things that we are thinking are taking something that might be like a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 and making it a 9 or a 10 of how bad it feels. So we already felt bad, and we are willing ourselves and talking ourselves into feeling worse. Those thoughts are not helpful. They're unhelpful. Now, what would a helpful thought be? Well, when you miss the bus, a helpful thought would be, damn, I missed the bus. Well, how can I get to work? Can I take an Uber? Can I ask my mom and dad for a ride? Depending if you're going to school or work. How can I fix the situation, and how can I explain myself if I get there? Oh, you know what? Everybody's been late, so if somebody does come at me or ask me to say the truth, I'm so sorry. I was a couple of minutes late. I missed the bus. The end. That thought is helpful. It doesn't get us out of the situation, but it certainly doesn't elevate the 6 of how bad we feel. In fact, we either will stay at a 6 or it'll go down a little bit, because we'll remember that this intensity of the feeling of missing the bus and that immediate thought that we had can be fixed. And we could have another thought. We could have a thought that's not unhelpful and make us feel worse. We could say, hold on, this is making me feel real bad right now. I'm just going to have a helpful thought instead. It sounds like very abstract, and how can this actually help us? But it does help us because our thoughts determine how we feel. Perception is reality, right? So the next time you are in a bad situation or even an awful situation, check yourself and how you are thinking about it. And I want you to ask yourself, is this really a helpful thought or an unhelpful thought? However you want to phrase that version of it. Am I really helping myself right now by seeing this as the worst possible thing ever, and I'm just this horrible person that this always happens to? Is that really helping me right now? No, that's literally not changing the situation, and it's making me feel so bad about myself on top of it. It's like kicking yourself when you're down, pouring salt in your own wound. Now, if you're thinking something helpful, you're not letting yourself off the hook. You're just not kicking yourself when you're already down. You're taking the situation, you're trying to see it as accurately as possible without catastrophizing, like we talked about, right? And you're trying to also think of solutions. You're not Skittles and rainbowing, right? And unicorns the situation. No, you're not lying to yourself. You're just not torturing yourself when you already had something bad happen to you, okay? So think about helpful versus unhelpful thoughts. It might be a good start to think about something that happened to you this week that was not a good situation, and think about, in that situation, was your immediate go-to to think something worst case scenario and make yourself feel worse? Or was it to lift yourself up and try to see it as accurately, right? And if you did have those unhelpful thoughts, you can think for yourself, well, what could I have thought instead? Yeah, I probably could have thought that instead. I'll try it next time. Right? So there's two parts. The one part will be catching yourself. And like I said, with all the other thoughts videos, you're not going to catch the thought immediately. You're going to catch how bad you feel. And when you catch how bad you feel, walk it backwards and say, what was I thinking right before this? Was what I was thinking helping me? Or was what I was thinking literally making me feel worse and worse and worse, like quicksand, right? Making me sink down more and more. Give it a try. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday, and in the next video, I'm not sure what we'll be discussing. I always tell you guys, but I have to brainstorm, and I'm so curious to hear if anybody else has suggestions for topics, are interested about seeing me talk about something or explore something or give suggestions about a topic. Please, you're welcome to comment down below. So we'll see what we talk about next time. Until then, give this helpful versus unhelpful thoughts a try so that you don't kick yourself when you're already down. You got this. See you next time.